And I always used to think, man, if I can make $10,000 in 1 month, then that's something just crazy, is out of this world. And when I first finally had my $10,000 month, I realized that it wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. Hey entrepreneurs, it's Sam Day here from DeyTips, and as you can probably tell from the title and the thumbnail of this video, I'm speaking about my journey making money on the internet. Now, I make a full-time income on the internet. This is what I do for a living, but it wasn't always that way. And I've spoken briefly about my journey, but I feel like it's important to share this with you guys. So, I share the tips, the strategies, the tutorials, and so on and so forth. But I feel like it's important to share the journey as well from a realistic standpoint. There's so many people online on social media who are posting images of their cars and, basically income claims that you can make if you buy their course and so on and so forth. And that is not what this video is about at all. I kind of want to give you the more realistic, no bells and whistles, but the honest truth about how you can actually make money online. Now, can you make millions online? Yeah, you can. And there are people who do make millions online, but that's not what this video is about either. Like, there are literally people who are making 30 grand a year or 40 grand a year or 60 grand a year, and able to really support themselves and their family and, live a decent life without having to work the 9 to 5 or working alongside the 9 to 5. And that's kind of like what I want to speak about in this video. So for those of you who don't know, you may know already if you've seen some of my other videos where I get kind of more personal. But my online journey started when I was in university in the e-commerce business, and I started predominantly on third-party platforms, and my two major platforms were Amazon and eBay. So I was sourcing products out of China and I was importing them into the UK and selling them individually on these platforms. And one of the key things that helped me to drive my business was actually understanding the demand for products. And I speak about it all the time when I'm speaking about e-commerce. Like, the marketing really starts before you even start selling your product. You really need to start thinking about what is the demand for the product that I'm about to try and sell. And this is an issue that I see a lot of you guys making when you send me DMs on Instagram, when you're emailing me and you're trying to look for help to sell your product. The first question I ask is, what is the demand for the product that you're trying to sell? Because if you're trying to sell something that no one is in the market for buying, then it's an uphill struggle. It's going to be extremely difficult for you to try and sell that product. Now, this doesn't mean necessarily that you can't bring a new product to market and sell that, but your strategy will be different. On this channel, I speak about Google Ads, for example. Google Ads is more of a search intent based way of marketing your product or your service. And this is something that you really need to keep in mind. Like, if someone already knows about your product or about your service or knows the need that they have, then you can actually use those keywords that they're going to be typing in to solve the problems that they have, or to find the products or services that you might have on offer. You can use those keywords as a way to target them. Same with SEO, search engine optimization. You can use keywords in the right places on your website and optimize your site for these keywords so that you appear when people who have those issues or who are looking for those products or services, when they're searching for that using the search engines, they can actually find you. But if you're developing something new that's not in the market yet, you might want to use other forms of marketing that's more interruption marketing. And interruption marketing might include things such as using influencer marketing. So if there's an influencer who has the attention of your target customers, then you might want to pay them to promote your product, to give a review of your product to their audience. You might also want to use things such as YouTube ads and Facebook ads to get in front of your target customers who may not know that they even want or desire your product or your service. I also wanted to use this video to kind of like dispel some of the myths when it comes to making money online. I think sometimes people think that making money online automatically means making hundreds of thousands of pounds a month or making millions of pounds a year, where it doesn't necessarily mean that. So if you start a business, for example, let's say you start a normal shop on the high street, like not every single shop is going to bring in millions of pounds a year. That doesn't necessarily mean that that shop is not successful. It doesn't mean that that shop or that restaurant doesn't get a lot of customers. You know, they might make 100 grand a year in revenue, or they might make 300 grand a year in revenue, or 50 grand a year in profit at the end of the tax return. But not every shop is created equal. Every shop is going to make a different amount. And I think it's time that we start getting realistic about how much we can potentially make on the internet. And, you know, there is a living to be made here. But at the same time, there's no shortcuts. You have to do things the right way. This is one of the reasons why I've written the formula. Obviously, I always keep the formula next to me in my videos. That's the free guide to generating leads and sales online. It literally is absolutely free. There's no like $1,000 upsell when you download the formula. And one of the major things that I really kind of try to drum home in my videos here on YouTube and on Instagram as well, you know, I share a lot of tips and strategies on Instagram. So if you're not following me there, make sure you do at DeyTips. But it's really important to firmly understand your customer. So as I spoke about previously in this video, you need to do your market research, but also you need to understand your customer. And the better you know your customer, the easier it is to sell to them. So you need to know what their wants are, what their needs are, what their desires are, what's missing in the marketplace. You also need to know a little bit about your competitors as well. Is there someone already selling the product or offering the service that you plan to offer into that market? What price are they selling it for? How are they marketing it? You know, you really want to gather as much data as possible on your target customers and on your major competitors, both your direct competitors who are more or less doing exactly what you're doing, and your indirect competitors as well, who are serving your target customers, but maybe in a slightly different way than you plan on serving your customers. All of these things are key, vital, important things that you need to understand if you want to have a thriving online business. You also want to think about budget. How much have you got? Like, what is your budget to invest in your business? If you don't have enough of a budget to market your product or your service using paid ads, then you might have to resort to actually using cheaper free marketing methods. But essentially, the two main ways to market for free is by either using social media or search engine optimization. Those are the two major ways to kind of drive people to your website and to drive customers to your website without having to pay for it. So me personally, I try to diversify my traffic and my income. So not all of my income comes from one particular place. But for example, I'm on Facebook, so I promote sometimes my services on Facebook using organic methods, joining Facebook groups, and, you know, starting my own Facebook groups, so on and so forth. But I also do Facebook ads as well and Instagram ads, and I've kind of spoken about how you can do those as well for your business. I've got loads of videos on Facebook ad marketing, and I'm going to have more coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. But also you have things like SEO. So a lot of my videos get found in YouTube search, but also in Google search as well. So that's one thing that you want to keep in mind, is not just SEO for your website, but also SEO for YouTube and video marketing can be quite effective as well. So in a nutshell, it is possible to start a thriving online business, whether you want to sell your e-commerce products, offer your services, or whatever it is you want to do online to make money. You can do it, whether that be affiliate marketing, whether that be selling your own products, whether that be eBay or Amazon. Like, it's really possible to make money out here on the internet, and there are people doing it in a realistic way. And you don't have to spend tens of thousands of pounds buying this guru course in order to do it. There's very inexpensive knowledge out there. Some of it is free as well. So make use of it. But one thing I would say is never give up. Like, there were definitely times where I wanted to make my first $500 online and it felt impossible, or my first $1,000 online and that felt impossible. But, you know, I broke that $500 barrier. I broke that $1,000 barrier. I broke the $5,000 barrier. And I always used to think, man, if I can make $10,000 in 1 month, then that's something just crazy, is out of this world. And when I first finally had my $10,000 month, I realized that it wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. Like, you don't need to know everything. Like, I'm a marketing consultant and there's still things I'm learning all of the time. You don't have to learn everything to make decent money online. You just need to learn the basics. You need to learn the fundamentals. And, you know, hopefully that is what I'm trying to teach here on my YouTube channel and on my Instagram and in the formula as well. So make sure you're utilizing these resources to the best of your ability to really put yourself and your business in the best way forward, to kind of propel and to get to the next level. So I really hope that this video encourages some of you. Like I said, it's the first time in a while where I've really just sat down in front of the camera and just spoken to you guys. So I really hope that you gain value from this. If you like this format, then do let me know in the comment section, and I'll make sure I put more content out like this. But yeah, I really hope you guys are doing well. I do have the formula, which is the free guide to generating leads and sales to your business online. As you can see, there's a copy next to me. I'll also leave a copy somewhere on this screen and in the description down below as well. So make sure you go and grab your free copy. But I really do hope that this video brought you value, and if it did, then please click the like button down below and make sure you share this video with a friend. If you have any additional questions or comments, then leave them for me in the comment section. But until next time, watch some of my other great videos. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more awesome business related content. Have a great day. Make sure you download the formula, and I will see you soon.